Okay, now let's get ourselves some hosting. So let's open up a web browser, go to webcatalyst.info/hosting. That will refer us to Liquid Web, who is my recommended hosting provider for this particular recipe. So once you get here, go over to the web hosting button and click on the standard plan. Liquid Web do all kinds of different things, but for this particular thing we want to use the standard plan. So never mind all this is all what you get, never mind, it's all technical info. It's asking us to pay $14.95 a month. Now for those of you who go, can you get hosting cheaper than that? Or some of you might go, well, you can get hosting on a damn site cheaper than that. Well, yes you can, but there's a reason why it's cheap. You've bought this Web Catalyst program specifically to get my recipe, my secret recipe. So just follow it. My secret recipe says that this is the ingredient to use when it comes to hosting. So just follow it. So right, once we've got here, click on Add to Cart. Let's say Adding to Cart. And now it's in the cart. So that's all we want. This is just like the Namesco thing. We've put this web hosting plan in the shopping basket and click on Checkout. Right, now it's going to ask us to sign up for an account. So let me pause the video while I do that. Right, this is an important bit of information here. You see this grey box that says, for security purposes we will call your phone number to verify this order. That's because hosting providers get a lot of spam. They get a lot of people creating bogus accounts and whatnot, so they want to make sure we're for real. So when you put your phone number in this box, it's not going to be a human being that calls you. I think it's most likely going to be their automated system that just asks you to verify that it's a real order. So once you've put your phone number in that box, you have to click on this blue button here to verify my phone number. Right, so there it goes, and let me just pause for a second. Alright, so I just took the call from their automated system and it gave me this verification code, which I just typed into the little box. That just proves that I do own the phone number. Then we scroll down to this section, which is the service information, and it's going to ask us what domain name do we want to use with this hosting plan. Now in this box all we have to do is type in the domain name that we registered with Namesco. So in my case it was webcatalystdemo.co.uk. You just stick that in there. This should be ticked. I already own this domain name. Like I say, Namesco are a hosting company as well, and they could have hosted it for us. We don't want them to, because that's not part of the recipe. And by the same token, Liquid Web would have also let us register this domain name and pay them for it, but we don't want to do that. Trust me. Just follow the recipe. Now it's going to ask us to create a password and then verify it. And now it's going to ask us what sort of period do we want to pay. So we can either pay by the year, so we can pay $149.50 and get it for $150, so we get 2 months free, or we can do it by the month, $14.95, or anything in between. This is just a test hosting plan. I'm only going to have it running up and running for a month anyway while I show you it, and then I'm probably going to cancel it. So be my guest to choose any one of these you want. Do it for a year. I mean, $149.50 is only £100, so that would probably be my favoured option, but I'm just going to select that one. Now it's going to want payment details, so let me just pause while I type those in. Okay, order is complete. Great stuff. So that is it. We've now created our hosting plan.